Aloha and good morning, everyone. It's Friday, and I'm gonna go over the open range and how I trade the open range. All right, so we got M and Q. It's Friday. I already am done with this session, but I just want to show you how I'm trading the first 15 minutes of the open. First thing first, I'm using TradingView. TradingView is a digital software essentially, or tool that you could use to analyze the charts. I'm sure you've heard of it if you're on this channel. The next thing that I'll do is I'll go to indicators and I'll type in HTA, Hawaii Trading Academy, open. It's a free indicator. Once I apply the indicator, here, this is a naked chart. Once I apply the indicator, HTA open pulls up, and what this indicator is doing is it's setting the first 15 minutes of the day. If you like to trade the initial balance, which is usually the first hour, or it is the first hour, you could also apply that, and it'll also show within like the first hour how far and how high and how low price has gone in that session during that morning. And so the way that I'm trading in is I have quite a few edges. I trade the mid range, I trade the bounce, I trade the back into range, and I play the handoff. And that's all based off of the open. Just a little bit more about our open here is you could set the previous day VWAP, high of day, low of day. It's very customizable, very anchored VWAP based, obviously. It's one of the core indicators that we use in Hawaii Trading Academy, and essentially the anchored VWAP is the anchored volume weighted average in price. So it basically tells you are the bulls or the bears in control. Another thing that you can do is if you don't trade the New York session, like out here in Hawaii, it's 3:30 a.m. right now. That's pretty early. A lot of people aren't able to trade it. So if you want, you could also check the Asia session. You could also do the London session. I'll show you how that looks in a second. I usually check the start of the anchored VWAP. And yes, and another key point or another key factor here is you could use and check mark the previous days open range, and that'll kind of give you support and resistance, of how trades might have been in the past and where you could potentially find opportunities off of those areas, off of those ranges. So right here, what you're seeing is the London session. That orange is the white for the New York, the anchored VWAP for New York. Suppose I don't have initial balance. You could always change that whatever session you're in. So if your London session, you could go ahead and change that here to, let's do 03 to 0315, or it'll be 04 because it's usually the first hour. And that's how that looks. So if we compare it to today, it kind of did provide some support there. But either way, no matter what session you're trading, I mean, here's Asia session, how Asia session looks, open range, first 15 minutes, London, and now we are on New York. And I'm just gonna let it play. This is in a replay mode right now. It's 8 o'clock here about in Hawaii. So price is pretty much moved out of my opportunistic time, but using this anchored VWAP, this open, and setting these trades up, it's just a game changer to use this indicator. It makes life easier, honestly. It's so easy. So here's a trade that I took on MNQ, or I'm sorry, hold on, MES. We'll see that in a second. Here we go. So this is MES. I took this trade this morning. This is a back into range trade. And I'll break this down just a little bit. But let me clear everything out. Sometimes like too much information overload. Okay, so now what you're seeing with the HTA indicator are the anchored VWAPs that I like. The orange and the yellow are basically the same thing, except one's previous. So yellow is the current start of day VWAP, which is 12 o'clock Hawaii time. And then orange is the previous day. So this will be Wednesdays. It'll be Wednesdays. Wednesdays. No, I'm sorry. It's Friday. So it will be Thursday's anchored VWAP. Today's Friday. Starts Friday, but our time yesterday, if that makes sense. If you're tracking, if you're in Hawaii, you know what I'm talking about. And then this black line, this dotted black line, is New York's previous day anchor VWAP. So you can already tell that price overall is above these 4 key VWAPs that I like to use. When price is showing this, it breaks out, then breaks back in, and it can't sustain this. The sellers, the bears can't sustain a hold on selling or shorting. I'm gonna start looking for a mean reversion trade, which is back into range or a reversal. Essentially, that's what I'm looking for. And overnight, you can see that price was bullish. So that's just a little bit more technical, but again, clearly going off of the open range here. Back into range, level to level target, stop loss at below a safe level. I mean, like here, I could have squeezed it out, really held it here. But I already took a L on a mid-range trade earlier in the day, so I didn't want to, over risk myself. So I was like, all right, this is a good stop. I used a little bit of ATR in there as well. I'm just playing around with it, but again, like I didn't even need the ATR for this edge is what I'm trying to get here. Is I just clearly using the HTA open to find my edges that work out. So yeah, I mean, this is a quick, short, simple video. It's about the indicator that I use that you can find on TradingView. It's free. So if you have any questions, any additions, subtractions, whatever you guys have feedback for, please, I'd love to hear it. I've been using the HTA Open for about a year now. Like, I mean, refining it, but it works beautifully. It works beautiful. I've been trading, and just a little bit more information on this Open. Many traders use it. I've been using it since 22, 23 time frame, and only recently, within like the last, I want to say 3 months, that I turn it into an indicator. So very easy to use, very straightforward. It saves a lot of time. It's like you don't have to. You can wake up. I'm waking up at 3:45, and the open is already set, and I don't have to draw on the lines. I don't have to figure it out. I could make my decisions a lot quicker. So that's one thing about having an indicator like this. The HTA Open is it makes decision making a lot more smoother. And when we could do that as traders and eliminate that decision fatigue over time, uh, I think it just benefits us. It benefits us as traders to execute better. So yeah, I'll stop my rambling. Have a good one, guys.